laws of indices. You know that power of base that is called index, okay, and they are indices. Laws of indices help us to solve complex problems involving powers easily, okay, and they are also essential for understanding lot of algebra processes, okay. So we need to study the laws of indices because it helps us to solve the complex problems involving powers, and powers and indices are same. And there are 6 laws of indices: multiplying indices, dividing indices, raising a power to a power indices, and power zero indices, negative indices, fractional indices. They are the 6 laws of indices that we are going to read today. Okay, let's see one example here. 2 to the power 3 and 2 power 4. Okay, now we know this means 2 3 times and 2 4 times. Okay, if we write this, then it is what? 2 to the power 7. So look at the result here. Okay, multiplying this having indices, we get to 7. So here 7, the result is here the sum of 3 and 4. Okay, so this is the law of multiplying indices. This means if we multiply 2 indices having the base same, then power is added. Okay, and you can see another example also. So look at here. Now in place of doing this one, expressing this ones, then applying the laws of multiplying indices, we directly get here 3, 2, and it has 1, so 8 to the power 6. Okay, so according to the law of multiplying indices, we add the powers like this. Okay, and let's solve one examples. 3 multiply 6 to the power 7. Here how we treat the numbers and the indices differently. Okay, so we do 3 multiplied by 6, that is 18, and others x and power 2 7, then we get here 2 plus 7 is 18 x to the power 9. Okay, and a really important to know is that the base has to be the same, then that this law can be applied. Okay, in this case we cannot apply this rule because the base are different. From these discussions we can generalize a to the power m multiply a to the power n a to the power m plus n. Okay, so this is known as formula for the law of multiplying indices. Although it is multiplying indices, the power are added. Students will be careful on it. Now another, dividing indices. What happens? We divide the indices. Okay, so look at here. For this also, in fraction form, the dividing we can express here 2, 7 in fraction form. We can write this one. Okay, that is 2 7 times 4 5 6 7, and 2 to the power 4, that is 2 4 times. We can cancel, and what left here? 2 3 times, so here 3 times. So 2 to the power 7 divided by 2 to the power 4 is, result is 2 3. Let's observe the power here. 7 4 3. So 7 minus 4 is 3. This way, when dividing the indices, the power are subtracted. This is the law of dividing indices. Okay, and we can make formula for the law of dividing indices. That means when they are divided, then power is subtracted. Okay, so the power n second is subtracted from the first one. Now let's divide this one. Look at here. Here this first number we have to divide, that is 20 divided by 5 is 4. Another's B5. Now we have to subtract because they have same base, that is 4 BQ. And I want to tell you that for the both law of multiplying and the law of dividing, the necessary case is base should be the same. Only when they have the same base, then these two law can be applied. You see here 3 is raised to power of 2. Okay, so this is the case of raising a power to a power. 2 power here, 3 is also power, 2 is also power. In this case, this 3 times, so we write this 3 times, and using law of multiplying, the power are added. 2 plus 2 plus 2 6. Okay, so result you see here and here, the power 2 3 is obtained here 6, so it is multiplied here. So in this case you have to multiply. If there are 2 powers, that means a power is raised to a power, then you have to multiply. Okay, and let's generalize and make formula for this law. That is, if we have am and an, then we just know the relations between these powers is what? Multiplications, and this becomes am, and this is the formula for the law of raising a power to a power. Now let's see example. So it becomes 2 multiply 15. And another example, that is 3b6, and look at here, it has 3 also. Okay, so this power belongs to both 3 and b6, so it is what? 3 squares and d6 this. Okay, this is 9, and this is case of raising a power to a power, so it will be multiplied, it becomes 12. And so just remember, when we raise a power to a power, we just multiply the two powers together. Okay, two powers together. When we raise a power to a power, we just multiply them. Okay, this is the law of raising a power to a power. Anything to power 0, anything to power 0 is 1. Okay, how it is? Let's prove by taking the knowledge of fractions that we have. According to the knowledge of fractions, anything divided by itself is 1. Okay, again let's use the law of dividing of indices that we have just learned. That is, we have to subtract this one, and we get here a 0. Okay, look at here. We have the same calculation in different ways, so this should be equal to one another. Now we can say a to the power 0 is 1. So we can say anything to power 0 is 1. This is the law of power 0. Okay, let's see here. x3 divided by x5, and by using law of dividing indices, we subtract 5 from 3 and we get here -2. So this is the case of negative indices we have obtained here, and same is solved by that fractions. Okay, by the knowledge of fractions, then we get all 3 cancel and 1 and x square. So here you see, from this both it gives us (1 by x square). Okay, so how x to the negative 2 equals to 1 divided by x square. Okay, so let's generalize here to make the formula. Here also 1 by, and this negative m becomes positive. So for the negative indices, we drop it down to the denominators and make it positive. Okay, so what is done in the formula? We drop it down and make the power positive. Okay, and let's see some example here. 3 to the power -2, so this is drop down and make it positive. Okay, and this here, this formula use this to this way, and look at here -3 only belong to x, so 4 remains in the numerator and it goes denominators. Okay, but here's -3 belongs to both 4x, as it is in bracket, so both goes denominators and power is make positive. This way these negative indices law are used. Okay, law of fractional indices. Have a look at these examples. All the powers are what? In fraction. Okay, it is fractional indices. And look at here, 9 to the power 1 by 2. So this is square root of 9, and here denominator is 3, so it is cube root, and denominator is 4, so it is fourth root of 16, that equals to 2. Hopefully you can see the deno is the root of the number. Okay, here is deno are the root of number. This is 2 square root, this is 3 cube root, this is 4, that is fourth root. Okay, and above these are the cases of having numerator 1. Okay, in case of having denominator 1, what do you do? Look at here, 9 3 divided by 2. We can say 9 1 by 2 and this 3. Okay, and we know now we can say when it is case of 1 by 2, when numerator is 1, then we can say this is square root. Okay, square root of 9, and this is what we can say, this is square root of 9 is what, 3 to the power 3, that is like this. Okay, so look at here, so this power m is here numerator, n is denominator, then this becomes n is what, n root of a. Okay, and that power is raised here. So power on the top, okay, that means numerator makes the higher, makes bigger, and that root on the bottom, okay, this n makes the smaller. So this is the fractional law of indices. So these are the 6 laws of indices you need to know, and you can solve the problems in the exercise.